Had a lovely little thumbnail there, huh? So that's interesting. First time going live here. I guess I should text some people to join me because don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm here at Cigar Alley, my local favorite hangout, and I'm all by myself because I promised that I would move some stuff around. Because I'm an amateur. I promised that I would come in and check on some things, make sure the cigars and all that lovely stuff were taken care of. Yeah, can't have everything messed up. I'm going to check, tell some people that I'm on here live, see if I can get some conversation going on. Because that's always fun. I was trying to figure out how to go live on my Instagram through my laptop, and I didn't figure out how to do that. I'm not really tech savvy. I probably could have texted my son or my daughter and figured it out. Somebody that's more tech savvy than me. But I decided to come in and spend some time alone and not smoke in the cold wind. And I am going to enjoy this lovely cigar that is not available. Look how beautiful this is for purchase. And you will not find this anywhere. And this is made special for Cynthia. And I went to one of the Fuente events in Philly, and she gave it to me special. So I'm honored. And I figured if I'm going to start the new year, I'm going to start it right. And unfortunately, I'm going to start it by not being a purist. And I am going to light it with a soft flame. It's the size of a bestseller by the Hemingway line. So my questions are, and I guess I should type them in. I don't know how this works. What did you finish off 2019 with? And what are you starting 2020 with? Yesterday I smoked the Padron 1964, which is my creme de la creme, the anniversary. And I have another one with me. So if I decide to stay that long here, I'll do it. If not, I'll go set up the fire pit at home and get that started. We'll see. I have the shop all locked up so no one can join me. So, I don't know. I've been waiting a long time to smoke this. Not a long time, just like a couple months. Because yesterday I was talking about aging cigars. I was talking about that live on Instagram. So, let's see. Do I type this in here? So I had one that was aged. I think it was box was 2015 or 2016, and that was truly amazing. Like the cello was so yellow. And I loved it. It was an Alec Bradley American Sun-Grown, and it was so delicious. So there's my questions. Can I inhale? Certain cigars I have inhaled, and they are mild enough that they haven't bothered me. It's not recommended. I don't do it on purpose. I don't recommend doing it. I try not to. I know certain people who do it on a regular basis on purpose, and certain people who have said that they do it with their entire cigars on purpose. I don't know how the hell they do it. So, yeah. I don't get it. I don't know why you would. I mean, if that's your thing, there's no right or wrong answer. Purists will tell you absolutely not. I believe to each their own. That's the beauty of cigars. I should know better not to talk too much before that point. That inhale? Not that I'm aware of. Shit. I don't get the opportunity to talk to too many women smokers. So, just a handful. There's just a handful of ladies that I talk to. There's not many ladies that come in here and smoke. So I don't really get to, have a conversation with them. My best friend does come in here frequently, and I smoke with her home frequently. So, we do talk, and she does not inhale at all. She has accidentally inhaled some, and it was not pretty. What do you smoke? I fucked this up. Something fierce. I'm highly disappointed in myself. That's all right. It tastes great. I'm sure it'll even out. The construction in these is always amazing. Got my Fuente sign back there. That's a great shot. Oh. So who's here with me? And my daughter did text me, so let me just check that real quick, because with her, you never know. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to, see what everybody was smoking. Share what I was smoking. Where's my case? Just kind of show you my lineup for the day. Oh. Like I said, I'm starting out with Cynthia Fuentes special made, not find it anywhere. The one that she gifted me. And I'm truly honored. Thank you, Cynthia, if you see this. As always, many blessings to the Fuente family. I love you all dearly. You all have a very special place in my heart. And I'm not just saying that as a salesperson, and you know that after the many conversations that I've had with you and Carlito. I love you guys very much. And I consider you family, friends, not just business associates. So that's my first cigar. That's what I'll be smoking first. I will definitely be smoking this one as my second, which is the Padron Anniversary 1964. This is absolutely my creme de la creme. I don't know why the hell the store phone's ringing. And if I get to it, I'm not answering that. The store's not open. Yeah, I'm not answering that. We're not open. This is the Casa Cuba, the Divine Inspiration. And this one is a very special one by the Fuentes. It's actually Don Carlos's very last blend. And the story that I've heard, and I'm just going to go with that I've heard, is that Don Carlos called that in while he was bedridden on his deathbed. I hate to say that. And that was his very last. The Casa Cuba line was his last line that he did. And I'll be perfectly honest, I love it now. The Casa Cuba, I love the line now. When it first came out, the very first one that I smoked, I didn't get it. And that happens. That's happened with me with a few cigars. You smoke one and you smoke it and you just don't get it. Not that it's a bad one. You just don't pick up on all the complexity, all the characteristics of it. And, you say, okay, I'll smoke it again, but it's, there's something that you're not getting. And you smoke that second one and you say, there it is. And that's what happened with me with the Casa Cuba. And it was pretty amazing. And it's really become one of my favorite in the Fuente line. I would have to say the Don Carlos and the Casa Cubas are right up there for me. So if you get around to trying them, if you can find them, definitely worth a try. I highly recommend them, which, I'm just a cigar smoker. Well, my opinion could mean shit to you. Or it could mean, be worth something to you. I don't know. Depends on your palate, what you like. It's complex. So if you're not into a complex cigar, then it's not for you. If you are and you don't like the first one, definitely try a second one. If you have been smoking for a while and, you're really an enthusiast, then, like most of the time, it's the second or third one that decides whether you're going to enjoy that cigar for a while or not. It's not always the first one. The first one determines, for me anyway, the first one determines whether I'm going to try a second one or I'm just like, this is a dog rocket and I'm not going for it again. I don't know. I feel awkward being here alone and smoking by myself and being live. This is my first time. So, and nobody's talking to me. Not to mention, I'm like staring at my own face, so I have to keep looking away. I don't seem like it when I have people with me, like especially when like Mitch is with me or something, because Mitch is my, we have that good chemistry on camera, and when we're like on, I guess. But in reality, when I'm around people or whatever, I'm pretty shy. Meeting people, I don't know. Like in the cigar world, I'm not so shy, but new places, I guess I am. People I don't know. So I see there's 3 of you here. I don't know if I can click on that and see who's watching me, but you're not talking to me. So say something and stop making me feel awkward, please. Or just sit here and laugh at me. That's cool too. But I can tell you a story. How about I'll tell you that I have been smoking for 20 years. Cigars. Excuse me. I've been smoking cigars for 20 years. And I met Sam from Cigar Alley. For fuck's sake. I met Sam from Cigar Alley. In 1999. And I started working for him, for Sam and Shelly, probably. No, I like to say it was mid-October, but I like to say October 31st because it's Halloween, my favorite holiday. Excuse me. So I go with October 31st being my anniversary holiday. So it's been 20 years off and on. Been a long time. And my first day working here, I knew absolutely nothing about cigars. I was a cigarette smoker. And I still do on occasion because I have a lot going on. I'm really, really stressed out. But it fucks up my palate pretty bad. But I know how to cleanse my palate. So I had worked here for maybe a week or so. I started learning about the cigars, and I still have a tendency to do that. I go into the humidor with almost every customer, and I just talk about cigars and, what do you like? And what do you like in the cigar? And, I like to bullshit with people. I like to talk about cigars. It's my thing. It's my passion. People ask me what I do for fun. I smoke cigars. So, I talked to everybody. I read every book I could get, every magazine, and they had a shit ton of magazines from the Aficionado. Like, we're going way back when, like the Aficionado was the cigar magazine. And so I slowly got my knowledge together. And then Sam said to me, "Mark my words, baby. I'll have you smoke a cigar." And I said to him, "Sam, you're fucking crazy. I will never smoke a cigar." Guess who's the crazy one? Because 20 years later, here I sit, smoking cigars. So the very first cigar that I ever smoked, surprise, surprise, was the Acid Blondie. Being a cigarette smoker, the Acid Blondie is a very mild, smooth, flavorful cigar. Obviously, acids are infused. And I loved it. It's small, so it wasn't, overbearing for me. Like, it wasn't like scary. It's larger than a cigarette, but it wasn't intimidating. So here's where we get to that inhaling part you asked me about over here. I had a tendency to inhale, but the Blondie didn't kill me. It wasn't like, I can handle it. I smoke menthol cigarettes, so you're smoking strong menthol. A mild cigar isn't killing you. And from there, like 3 days after smoking that first one, I'm lying. The first cigar he made me smoke was a Hugo Cesar Vanilla, and it was vile. I hated it. Then I had the Blondie. 3 days after I had the Blondie, I was like, I need another one. I want another one. And then from there, the Acid Rome, which is Churchill size, became my favorite cigar. And then I started with their natural line and the White Rabbit, which I'm so heartbroken that is difficult to find. It's like a unicorn nail. Like, nobody, if anybody has it, it's a shocker, and you're very fortunate that you do have it. That one became my favorite. And then I moved on from there, just trying different things and just constantly expanding, changing my palate, and never stopped questioning, never stopped learning, always asking people why. Why do you smoke that? What do you like in it? And I stopped really reading the magazines that much, because I realized what people were telling me that they liked in the cigars was not the same thing that I was reading in the magazines or in the books. And that's when I started to realize too, what I was smoking and getting out of the cigars was not the same thing I was reading in the books. And it was not the same thing people were telling me. So I was like, okay. And that's when I learned it is about taste. And then the people who were getting the same thing out of the cigars as me were drinking other things than I was. And even though we got the same thing out of the cigar one time, then we were getting stuff different. So then I realized, So it was like this whole learning process for me, and it was pretty cool. And I lost a few of you, so I must have bored you with my story there. Which is cool. So this live video has gone on long enough, and I have bored people, so there we go. But I was bold enough to share my story, I guess. Broke out of my little shyness. I don't know. So my one person that's left, do you have any questions that you want to ask me? Do you want to know anything? Or should I just say goodbye and stay smoky? Okay. Stay smoky, my friends.